Hi. Oh, I really do not like doing face-to-face readings, and I definitely don't like to do them in my car, but they say life be lifing. My life, I guess, is always lifing. But here we are. So, until I can get an official place set up, I guess you're just gonna have to tolerate my face. I want to pull in some of the energy around your money. You want to talk finances? Me too. All right. Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, divine, most high, please show me energies of the collective around their finances. Queen of Cups and Eight of Pentacles wanted to come out. Find something you love is what I get there. Something that, you know, you spend most of your life at work away from the people you love. So it's a whole lot easier to endure however many decades we spend before we can retire if you have love for your job, you know. Of course, easier said than done if what you love doesn't pay the best. If you're not somebody that necessarily has to love their job, you know, it's just helpful. But that's their advice that came out. So 2 more. Collective energies only surrounding finances, please. Last one. Tell me about the collective's finances. All right, definitely time to make a decision. However, you do have lots of options, okay? But this can also be the card of chaos. This can also be the card of all over the place. And with Temperance at the bottom of the deck, you might need to be finding some stability. Okay. Okay. All right. I got this energy the other day. There's things you're not seeing. With this man chasing this bike, you might have lost assets. You might have actually lost a bike. There's things that you're not seeing about the spending habits that are blocking you from your Nine of Pentacles, okay? Part of the Nine of Pentacles is each one of these pentacles can be suggestive of like a cycle completed, a world card, a lesson learned, okay? And that's why Nine of Pentacles is a goal, okay? It takes budgeting, responsible spending habits, and a consistent income. Sorry. You have to have all three to stay balanced, to be successful financially. And I heard a statistic. I don't know what the actual numbers were. You're gonna have to Google it. I don't know. But if you're a millennial or a Gen Z and you are living with a parent, if you are living with someone else, sharing like living arrangements, if you got a roommate, that sort of thing, guess what? You're in the 52% of Americans. You're normal. Congratulations. It's a hard world out there. So stop being so hard on yourself, I guess, is what my point is there. Okay. Somebody might be either freshly divorced, standing on the cusp of going through that process, or in the middle of going through that process. That's always, because I have the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Hierophant, with the Tower and the Eight of Swords. Okay. That is usually financially one of the hardest things to recover. It is. What worries me, though, is you got a Nine of Cups energy. This is wish fulfillment. In a financial reading, that looks like freely spending money. Not having good spending habits. So either that is past energy that is applicable to the financial situation, the tower that we're in, okay? That could be why we're feeling stuck, okay? You might have racked up some debt that you're tied to, that sort of thing. If you're sitting on the cusp of a divorce, or you're a divorcee or whatnot, if that's resonating with you, I'm seeing some avoidant tendencies, okay? You might have had the tendency to either be with somebody that is happy accepting cash, gifts, throw a little money their way, it'll shut them up. Vice versa, whether you're man or woman, whichever energy you're residing in. That might have been kind of your way of handling some of the bigger issues going on. Now, finances are the biggest reason of divorce, the leading cause of divorce in America. I don't discredit that, but that could be part of the problem here. Okay. Tell me more. What's the Strength card? You might need to, yeah. Okay. Again, look at the bottom of the deck. This is a goal. This is where you need to focus, okay? This is well balanced. Both. This is all around balance, okay? This is somebody that's got their head on right, okay? This is somebody with minimal chaos. This is somebody with that doesn't create chaos, okay? This is somebody with good spending habits. This is somebody that can keep a budget. This is somebody that is responsible with credit. This is somebody that knows how to save. This is potentially somebody that, you know, has a trade, has a usable degree. I say that with like utmost respect, but there's a lot of us millennials and, you know, Gen Zs out here that are first generation college kids that can't use the degree that they went to school for. They can't. Yeah, that creates a different kind of broke. It does. That look at where we are in America. We're sharing households. Needing to reflect, not just on how we got here, okay, but on the steps it's going to take, the steps it's going to require, okay? There is no quick fix. There's not. There's not a quick fix to cleaning up a financial mess after a divorce. There's not. At the basics, because that's kind of what I'm getting. Hang on. Tell me more. I'm getting that somebody might not have ever been taught financial, and that's fine. I wasn't either. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. Something that no longer fits into your lifestyle, okay, needs to be walked away from. You're going to need to be honest with yourself, because it's something that's holding you back. Something that, this could be anything. You might love your truck, but it might take stepping away from that to gain control of your financial situations. And you never know, you might be surprised that you actually like driving a car that's, comes with no payment. You might like having a little bit of cushion. You don't know. You got to be open to shit like that. What they're telling you is something's got to be walked away from. Okay? I've seen collectively that, like, a lot of us out here define success with materialism. What do I mean by that? Okay, well, it's great to celebrate, new financial goals or just recently obtained financial goals. And if success looks to you like everybody in the household driving a brand new car, outdoing Karen Richardson and Richard Richardson down the road, by every time they upgrade their truck or their bike, you're out there getting the next upgrade above it. It took our parents, if you really look and step back, it took them 30 and 40 years to get to the point where maybe they could have the camper. A lot of us were grown and out of the home before, they were buying bikes, they were buying campers, they were buying boats. But guess what? Only one of those might have been on credit. So we can't exactly expect to be buying all nice new shiny toys right out of the gate. We can't. That's how we fall on our face real quick. We gotta have patience. We gotta have the ability to see the bigger picture, the long-term goal. That's how you build finances that stick around. Okay? That is. Okay. Yeah. Some sort of devil energy tied with your 10 of Cups. It's been sneaking up on you, but you've been standing at some kind of crossroads for a minute. Your fun times, whatever it is that looks like for you, okay, are affecting your finances. They are. That could be gambling. That could be, living up at the bar, buying everybody around. That can be, it could be anything. It could be your shoe problem. it can be, I don't know. It's, for each of you, it's going to look different. It could be having the best fishing equipment, having $1,000 fish finder. It can literally be anything, but whatever it is, you're going to have to figure out how to put it into your budget if you want to keep it. Okay? Hang on. what is the collective need financially? Aside from spending, what are the basics? I always, when things are out of control for me, like when I'm like, okay, I've let this get out of control, I try to go back to the basics. Return to the basics. Let's put everything on paper. What's it called? Clever Fox has a really great budgeter finance tracker. You literally go through all of everything you spent, write it down and tally it up. You'd be shocked to figure out how much you've spent at the bar, how much you've spent on Amazon, how much did you spend at the cafeteria, you know, just getting lunch. It's eye-opening. And from that, you can also track how much it is you need to run. How much do you need a week, a month to run your gas, to get you back and forth? How much are you using? And then from there, you can fine tune it. There's a, you know, spot, how much did you budget? How much did you spend? And then every month you can fine tune that and, you know, take down the dollar amount. I'm trying to think. You know, get a second bank account. If you don't have a bank account, that's the place you need to start. Okay. Because when you swipe that card, it will track what you're spending it on. The very first thing I done is open a second bank account with a savings account that I only use for moving money. What do I mean by that? Okay. Well, I figured out how much it took for me to run on. Okay. So gas, vape, cafeteria, lunch, and I put that aside in one account and use the other account for bills. Okay. If you have somebody that relies on you, like financially, say you have a wife, or, you know, usually child support is set up through the state. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. It's there. The potential's there. Okay. You just got to figure out what works for you. Right now, you're sitting at the Two of Pentacles. Basics, baby. Basics. Okay. Exactly what I'm talking about. You know, if you're with somebody that relies on you for support, write down everything, figure out how much do we need for, I don't know, diapers, baby food, cleats, whatever it is, groceries, and every week, cash, you have to make this last. This is what I have. When it's gone until I'm paid again. Set up a rollover for savings if you can't save right now. That adds up fast. You know, it rounds it up to the next dollar and hides it away. That adds up fast. You know, I split my big bills in half. You know, I take whatever mortgage or rent is, and I half it, and out of if you get paid bi-weekly or if you get paid every week, divide it and set that aside into your savings. I call that the money mover savings. That way when rent's due, all I got to do is move it and send it off. That creates more stability. You're not going hungry that week because you had to come up with all of it the week before. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. That's just what worked for me. I don't know. There's all kinds of strategies. There's the Dave Ramsey strategy to, you know, pay down debts. If you can't start there, that's fine. You have to figure out, what do we need to get by on? Okay, what are the necessities? If you can only do the necessities right now, you can only do the necessities. It's okay. Okay, give it time. If you're tracking, you can also look back and see progress. So, let's see. Let's wrap it up. What else do we want to say? Okay. Really? Really? Okay. Yeah. You got the King of Wands, King of Swords here. It's time to be honest with yourself. What needs to go? What has to stay? What can I put on the back burner for a little while and give up until I can rework it into the budget? You gotta be honest with yourself. Okay? You know, it feels overwhelming to try and get it together financially, but a year later, I played a no spend game with myself. I did. I went 30 days not spending anything extra out of a necessity. If it could be put off, I put it off, with the exception of bills. Okay? That became fun to find, like, to see, well, can I beat the last time I did no spend with what I saved? That kind of thing. Seems boring, but I find it fun. I don't know. I also, one year, I did rotate what I call, what did I call that? I did a month of no spend and a month of hustle. So I would pick up an extra shift, or, you know, get a second job before I was a nurse. That's what I did. And I would do that and alternate. This month I don't spend, so I don't get burnt out. This month I don't spend. Okay. Next month I go back to my budget, but I pick up an extra shift every week. I paid down a lot of shit that year. I did. That's how I was able to do the Dave Ramsey. So, needing to be honest with yourself, find strategies that work for you. If you can't save right now, you can't save. That's fine. Start with putting what you're spending on paper and figuring out what it is you need in the areas that you need them to get by. That's what the advice is, I think, as I interpret it. Last one, and we'll wrap it up. Finances. Yeah. There's some sort of conflict. Inner turmoil about what giving and receiving looks like. Be careful. If you have an ex coming back or someone from the past that you have done well with, or done well for yourself since, be careful. Be really careful. They might be looking at you as, well, the collective's grown. I'm going to go in and offer them a cup because I can bunk with her, bunk with him, get my finances together, and it'll be easier on me. And then I can go back and finish out a cycle with somebody else. Be careful of that. Make sure, with the King of Swords, make sure you're seeing shit for what it is. Yeah. Three of Cups is having a fun time. Four of Cups is a missed opportunity. Be careful. Nine of Pentacles, which is what I'm telling you that the goal needs to be. It's hard to get there. It is. And it deserves protecting. You got yourself there. You did. Okay? You get to decide who it is you share it with. Make sure you trust that. Okay? I'm going to leave that there.